and welcome back to Good Evening KU. I'm Ella.
And I'm Kiri.
Okay, so we have a kind of hot button topic that we're going to be talking about tonight. What is your opinion on the sugar cookies from the store? Like the little sugar cookies with like the frosting on them. They're like always pink. You know what I'm talking about?
This is a really big debate. I actually think they're really good. They're so artificial. I think that's what makes them good in my opinion. But I've met a lot of people who disagree with me on that topic. But I could eat like 6 of them. Maybe not 6, 4, and be fine.
I don't know if I can get behind you on that one. Like, I feel like the artificial makes them taste like cardboard, and I just don't know if I can do it. It's like cardboard with frosting on it.
I think they taste so good, and they just like crumble, and they're just perfect.
I feel like good cookies shouldn't just like crumble. Like, I feel like, is that the selling point?
I actually really don't like cookies besides these. Like, I don't like any types of cookies in general besides these.
Like, not even chocolate chip, like this is the only kind.
No, they're too like, these are soft. These are soft, those
okay.
are fine. But anything else, it's too like, ugh, I just don't like it.
That's fair.
That's my hot take on that.
I feel like that's not a hot take. I feel like everybody likes them and people think I'm weird when I don't.
Everyone likes them or hates them. There's no like middle ground on it, I would say, in my opinion.
They remind me of like when I eat them, I always feel like I'm going back to like kindergarten.
Yeah.
And like when it was someone's birthday and they'd bring treats and it was these cookies.
Like
Yes.
pizza parties and things like that.
For sure. Yeah. Well, speaking of pizza, my mom brought me pizza and like my whole family came down for the Iowa State game and they got us pizza for the tailgate. Yeah. It was really fun. I feel like food just tastes better when your parents like buy it and bring it to you.
I agree. We just had Dad's weekend for my sorority, so my dad was up last weekend for the Iowa State game. So it was a really fun weekend. We went axe throwing, played some mini golf.
Awesome.
I came in last place for both. I'm not really good at either of those things, as I've learned. So
I think it'd be concerning if you were really good at axe throwing. You know, I don't know if that's something that we want to excel at.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. So did you go to the game with your dad then?
I did. It was really fun. We stayed until mid fourth quarter, right whenever they threw. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the interception, right?
Yes, the interception. Yeah, and then I was walking and leaving during that when that happened. So
awesome.
That was kind of sad, but we did win. So I'm hoping we beat BYU. And the game is pretty late.
It is really late because I know we have a basketball game before it too.
We have a basketball game at 5, and then we're playing BYU at 9:15, which is a little late since football games are normally 3 hours, a little more. So it's going to be a late night game. Yeah,
a lot of KU sports in one night. That's going to be during my dad's weekend, so at least that'll keep us entertained for a little while.
We're going to have a busy night, long night.
Yeah, it's going to be really
Lots
fun.
of KU sports.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, really excited about it. I was also leaving during the interception at the football game. My family is like huge Iowa State fans. Like when I say huge, I mean like everyone in my family went to Iowa State. And so the second that they threw that intermission, my dad stood up and was like, "We're leaving. It's time to go." So we went and got barbecue, and I feel like he's better now. So
it happens.
Yeah. Okay, so after this, we're gonna throw it to a break.
From adversity, we rose. We made history and became pioneers, voyagers, champions, Jayhawks. And when our chant rises, haunting and hallowed, Jayhawks are telling the world what's near. Victory.
Welcome back, I'm Hong.
And I'm Emma. This is your Wednesday Good Evening KU News Update. Archbishop of Canterbury, Justin Welby, has announced his resignation. The 68-year-old cleric's resignation comes just days after the independent Mackin report criticized Welby over his handling of physical and sexual abuse allegations by a volunteer at a Christian summer camp dating back to the 1970s. This report found that British lawyer John Smith had subjected more than 100 young men to brutal and horrific abuse over a 40-year period. The report also said the Church of England and Welby found out about these claims in 2013, just months after he had become Archbishop. The report accused him of failing in his personal and moral responsibility to ensure a proper investigation. Bishop of Norwich Graham Usher and Bishop of Chelmsford Gully Francis DeConnie have been nominated to succeed Welby and become the 106th Archbishop of Canterbury.
President-elect Donald Trump was in the White House today in order to meet with current President Joe Biden about the transition process. The traditional meeting could be at work based on the horrible things each have said about the order in the past.
In southern China, 35 people were killed and more than 40 were injured after an SUV plowed into crowds near the Zhuhai Sports Center on Monday evening. The alleged driver, a 62-year-old man identified only by his surname Fan, was unhappy with the outcome of his divorce settlement, police said in a statement Tuesday, triggering the incident. Fan was apprehended by police while trying to flee the scene and was detained on suspicion of endangering public safety. A Chinese media outlet reported that the SUV crashed into multiple fitness walking groups, hitting dozens of participants at the sports center. This incident marks the continuation of a spike of attacks targeting random members of the public in recent months, despite China's generally low violent crime rates.
As Trump plans his future cabinet members, he appears to have included Elon Musk to lead a new Department of Government Efficiency. Republican Vivek Ramaswamy will co-lead the department with Musk, who had little government experience.
KU defeated the Michigan State Spartans last night during the Champions Classic, marking their 5th straight victory in the tournament. The last time these two teams played was in 2021, also in the Champions Classic, where Kansas won that matchup as well. This victory marks the 591st win for Coach Bill Self, marking him the winningest coach in KU history, surpassing Fog Allen's 590 wins. Senior Hunter Dickinson led the way with 28 points, while Michigan State star player Jaden Atkins was limited to just 2 points, thanks in large part to South Dakota State transfer Zeke Mayo's defense. KU will now play Oakland this Saturday, who are currently sitting at 1-1 so far this season.
The city of Lawrence plans to move two of its departments out of the Riverfront Mall. Both the municipal court and the city planning department will move to City Hall beginning on November 25. The move will affect 51 employees.
That's it for news. For more in sports, here are Sam and Saul.
Thanks, Emma. Let's start with Miami Heat head coach Eric Spoelstra, a two-time NBA champion in his 17th season, who completely squandered last night's NBA Cup opening night game versus Detroit. The Heat led in overtime 121-119 with 1.8 to go. A well-executed lob off the inbounds by Detroit leveled the game at 121 with a second left. This prompted Spoelstra to stomp onto the court and call for a timeout the Heat did not have. The technical foul gave the Pistons game-clinching free throws and negated a Tyler Hero 40-piece consisting of 10 threes.
Senior cornerback Melo Dotson has been named the Big 12 Co-Defensive Player of the Week. The pick six late in the game was historic for Dotson as it extended his own school record as his 4th career interception return for a touchdown, which is also tops among all active FBS players. It was also the 4th interception for Dotson this season, which is tied for the Big 12 lead, and the 11th of his career, which is tied for 4th best in school history. This week, Kansas will have a chance to knock off the 7th-ranked team in the country, BYU, this Saturday in Provo. Kickoff time is set for 9:15 Central Time on ESPN.
Historic night yesterday for Kansas basketball. Bill Self became the all-time winningest coach in Kansas history with win 591, breaking Fog Allen's record. KU surged late to down unranked Michigan State 77-69 in Atlanta in the Champions Classic. The lead was exchanged 11 times, but Kansas held a certain level of control from the beginning. Hunter Dickinson dropped 28 in an otherwise shaky offensive night for both sides. Dickinson made a little history himself, becoming the first player in Champions Classic history to have multiple 25-point games.
Kansas center Hunter Dickinson and guard Zeke Mayo have earned Big 12 men's basketball weekly honors announced on Monday. Dickinson is the Big 12 Player of the Week, while Mayo is the co-Big 12 Newcomer of the Week in a vote by a media panel that covers the league. This is the 7th Big 12 weekly honor for Dickinson, who was a Big 12 Player of the Week twice and a 3-time Big 12 Newcomer of the Week last season. Career-wise, this is the 6th time Dickinson has been named this league's Player of the Week.
Kansas soccer, after becoming the lowest seed, a 6th seed to ever win the Big 12 tournament on Saturday, lock in for the first round of the NCAA tournament this Friday. The Jayhawks were awarded a 9 seed and face Atlantic 10 Conference champion St. Louis on the road. Kansas right in on 8 straight W's. The Billikens have won the last 7 Atlantic 10 Conference tournaments. These two programs met in 2018's opening round at Rock Chalk Park. Kansas won that match in double overtime 2-1. The winner this year will likely face 1 seed USC in the second round.
Kansas soccer had 4 players selected to the 2024 Big 12 Soccer Championship All-Tournament team. The conference office announced Monday defender Caroline Castens, goalkeeper Sophie Daw, defender Olivia Page, and forward Lexi Watts were all voted onto the All-Tournament team. The All-Tournament team is comprised of 11 student athletes, 4 midfielders, 3 forwards, 3 defenders, and 1 goalkeeper. Kansas' 4 selections were tied for the most by any team.
And that's all we have for sports today. After the break, Aiden has the weather.
Welcome back, Jayhawks. My name's Aiden. I'm bringing you your weekly Wednesday forecast. Fall is in full swing here in Lawrence, and with that, we have had a few showers today, plenty of cloud cover, not a lot of sunshine. We had a few peaks a few hours ago, but right now, we are sitting at very cloudy outside right now. We are expecting maybe a handful of drizzles to pass through our area over the evening hours, but as a whole, not too much to speak of. We have an area of warm air passing through over the next few days, bringing with it a slight increase in our temperatures, but no chances of rain as we move into our weekend. Taking a look outside here in Topeka, like I said, we have largely overcast skies here around our area with very mild temperatures. Looking at temperature, like I had said, looking at temperatures in our area, sitting in over in Topeka, we have temperatures in the mid 50s, a little bit warmer here in Kansas City, and everything in the middle, right down the middle, as you can see. Looking at our radar for our region, we can see the showers that pass through our area in the morning to early afternoon. These are well out of our area, as you can see, with this low pressure system passing up through into Illinois, taking with that any chance of rain we have over the next few days. Looking outside here in Lawrence, it's largely overcast and cloudy. We do have the slight chance of a stray shower or two to pass through this evening, but as a whole, I would not expect much in that case. It is very humid outside right now. You may notice that as you take a step out. The air is very heavy, very saturated as these temperatures cool off into the night. Looking ahead at our night, our winds are changing. Now they're moving from a southerly direction, gradually shifting into the northwest with winds gradually increasing. This is going to help cause us to have some clear skies throughout the night. We may have a few clouds or two, but as a whole, it's going to be very clear. Looking into tomorrow, we are expecting slightly warmer temps like we had said. As this dry air mass passes through, our temperatures are going to increase. We are expecting plenty of sunshine, none of the clouds that we saw today, just a wonderful day. And this trend is going to carry us throughout our week. We have lots of sun in our forecast here, a wonderful weekend, With our next chance of showers and thunderstorms coming early next week, we are going to keep a close eye on Monday as we have signs are pointing towards lots of showers and thunderstorms popping up. Well, that's all the time I have for you. We are going to pass it back to David with an interview with a man on the street. Thank you.
In the backside. Hey! All right, I got to go get some Adderall.
And that's the Gabagool. I'm David Nelson. We're going to be doing bar interviews tonight, so keep it locked. We're gonna be on that. And speaking of, all right, what brings y'all out tonight?
Having a good time here. Hate week. Yeah.
We gotta get fucked up.
The wheel.
The wheel.
Yeah. Just having fun with my girls. I haven't gone out all week, so like tonight's the night. Yeah.
What makes tonight the night? Booby!
Day party. birthday!
Whose birthday? Whose birthday?
Brayden! And Brayden! Oh, and shout out Brayden 21! My ex-boyfriend goes here and I hate it! No, I love him. Come back home.
I think people should go out and actually talk to each other and not just like get together.
Well, she hasn't been out, so I'm gonna have a good time with her and just turn up.
What's your regular night out then?
Hit a couple bars and go do dumb. That's about it.
What do you define as dumb shit?
Had to pull one of our boys. He's not here right now, but we had to pull him out of a tree one time.
Yeah, last time at a Moose Bowl, I fell out of my bed.
I'm already blacked out, and it is, hold on, it is 9:40, and I am blacked out. It's going to be a night.
Just went crazy. Like, he tore his shirt off. He was about to take his pants off, too, and, like, just, it was crazy. He was getting up in the tree. He was like, I'm going to pull some Lion King shit right now. Said he was going to do a backflip out of it.
And that is redefining what it means to be a tree hugger out here.
Ooh. You know, if you have enough to drink, it's a good time.
Well, we're seniors, and this guy asked us, are you a freshman? And then we said no, and he said sophomore, we said no, and he said junior, and we said no. And he wouldn't even say senior. He almost threw up knowing that we were seniors.
So we're in the back cave. Hey, zip it, Sporty Spice. This girl comes up to me, and she goes, hey, you're Zeus, yeah? And I was like, what's it to you? And she was like, well, I just know all the Greek gods. You're definitely not a Hermes, faker, for all you non-history people over there. And I was like, yeah, of course I'm Zeus.
You planning on dying tonight, though?
Yes, I'm already dead. And then Tyler stood up here, Robin. Look at him. Ah! Look at him. And he goes, dude, you can't go with her. You know why?
Why?
He goes, dude, Aphrodite's my sister. You know who Aphrodite is?
Wait, is that like his daughter or?
This is canon right now. No, oh my no, it is not his daughter. Holy shit.
What's in his pockets? What? I'm afraid to ask, but what's in your pockets?
He's got a Roku. He got deodorant.
We decided that we were gonna start the night with a good old Moose Bowl, and then Uber's here. Bye, guys.